Hello friends, and welcome back to my shop. As you can see, I'm surrounded by sea life, and there's a good reason for that. I am currently at the end of a build for a very exciting show, Finding Nemo, the musical. The show is written for the Animal Kingdom Park at Walt Disney World by Bobby Lopez and Christian Anderson Lopez, the husband and wife team behind the songs for Frozen, and that's where it's been for many, many years, until this year when the licensing rights became available for a Finding Nemo Jr. A few months back, during the production of Winnie the Pooh I was working on, one of my favorite people in the world, Sophie, told us she was going to be making her directorial debut with Finding Nemo the Musical, a show we've seen at Disney World together, so of course I'm going to volunteer myself to build some stuff. I'm on the back end of this build. I've built starfish, electric eels, giant pelicans, but there's one build left. It's the one I'm the most excited about, so I saved it till the very end as a little treat for myself, and that is today's project. Nemo's teacher, Mr. Ray, or Professor Ray, as they're called in this show. This is gonna be a rather large puppet, and it will take 4 performers to operate, sort of like the Winnie the Pooh I built a couple of videos ago, but obviously much bigger. You'll see in a second. I'll be using 1/2" project foam from Walmart. We're gonna be using a lot of this, some white and blue fleece. It's a little brighter than Mr. Ray in the movie, but I think it'll be good because this show needs to be very bright and very colorful. For his mouth, I will be using this mat board. There will be some other doodads and bits and bobs and rods and things when we get to that. I'm gonna cut out the mouth first because that's the rigid base to build everything else up on. I've cut out the mouth plate and it is enormous. I have not made very many puppets with mouths this big. I am out of black felt. Really should have thought of that while I was at the store. I believe a suitable substitute is going to be this black fleece. This is just leftover scrap from when I made Gigi for MomoCon. But I hope there's enough here. The Mr. Ray puppet that is in the Finding Nemo show at Animal Kingdom is a beautiful combination of something like a kite and a bicycle. It's got a mechanical mouth and rod-operated flippers. I mean, he's mostly flipper. This is a children's production, so I can't burden the children. So I'm doing something very lightweight. I'm really just freehanding this thing. I have built Stingray for the Georgia Aquarium, so I really think I know what I'm doing. We're on the right path here. This is just a piece of that 1/2" foam. Gonna get glued onto this as the front part of his head. It is such a wide mouth that I'm having to use 2 hands just to demonstrate. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some strappage in here. I'm also, for safety's sake, going to put a few zip ties as sort of a piece of boning across the inside of the head to keep this from collapsing on itself. Hopefully, this is the hard part. What time will tell. The puppet room does not have enough floor space. So I had to change locations. Audrey's got a project going over here. I'm gonna make my project right here. We live in constant chaos. I can also usually edit around my pajama pants, but not today. And we're done. I'm joking, but not really. I'll do a little bit of work, but lucky for me, these guys are just shaped like pancakes. Not really sure how to show them off, but that's what we're dealing with right now. I want to jump right to the fun stuff, but I actually have to make rods and structures to go in first. I'm using some wire coat hangers and some dowels. Pretty straightforward stuff. I'll probably do a whole video about these one day, but for now, I'll make it on my own time, show you what it looks like when it's done. It's a little tricky to see. I built a rod that has a bar that runs this way and then turns up to this that will help support his rear, so all the weight is not going to be on the principal puppeteer. I'm also making rods who will go in each of his wings, fin wings. That'll help with that motion. We got his belly fabric on, but it was a lot of crawling around on the floor and didn't make for very good video. I used to only make puppets in the floor when I was first starting out, but now I've gotten used to the finer things in life, like tables. So we're back in here, and I'm gonna struggle through covering this side of him now. I'm adding a piece of EVA foam under here to give him a little support and to kind of inform his wings or fins where to bend. I do love my job, but try explaining this to any normal person. What do you do for a living? I actually do a lot of different things. Right now I'm really into marine biology. You work in science? Let's change the subject! I have run out of time today. I probably could have gotten him done, but I hit a couple of hiccups. But I'm about to have to run, so I don't know what part of the video is going to come next. Either you'll see me doing more work, or something else. Welcome back. It has been a few days. I was able to go to one of the rehearsals, work with the puppeteers a little bit with the incomplete Mr. Ray. That was good because I know everything works. I know he's not going to fall apart immediately. I was also able to pick up these relics from my past. These are headpieces I made for a children's production of Little Mermaid in 2012. They've stuck around and they've found new life in Finding Nemo. This is wild. I'm so close to being done on this project. So ready to be done and get this guy delivered. I need my table back. I've got to do some work on his chin, cover that in some fleece. Gotta give him a tongue. I've been saving these plastic Christmas ornaments that I got, I believe, at Dollar Tree. I'm gonna cut these in half, kind of Kermit style. Give him a little eyelid. It's time to add some pupils. These are one of my secret weapons that I don't think I've ever talked about in a video before. These are felt slider stickers that you use on the bottom of furniture so it doesn't scratch your hardwood. You can get these in sheets at places like Joann. It does come in different thicknesses, so you do need to watch out for that, but these guys lay nice and flat. Audrey's got to come in and do a little painting on his back. We're going to put a pattern back there so he's not just this solid wall of blue. But other than that, this guy's done. See you in a second. Road trip! I am on my way to deliver the puppets now. I've not worked with this theater in a very long time, but I am very sentimental about this place. It's where I started theater. It was my first show ever here, and then 7 years ago I met Audrey here. This place has done me a lot of good. I'm up on the walls there. They haven't forgotten about me either. Audrey used to work in the costume shop over there.
It was like my little clubhouse of sewingness and stuff.
And you destroyed one of my seahorses.
I didn't destroy it, I recovered it, turned it into a regular horse.
So she was familiar with my work years before she met all. And here is the final reveal. Look at that guy. I had some great young puppeteers working with Professor Ray. The whole show was very happy, very colorful, and dare I say, bubbly. I am very proud to have had a small hand, puppet joke, in this production. And that brings us to the end of this project. As always, I thank you for watching. If you enjoy my process, check out some other videos and be sure to stick around because I've got plenty more on the horizon. And if you're interested in picking up one of these fish, check out my eBay store. I'll be sure to link it in the description below. Once again, thanks for following along and I will see you on the next project.